The showcase of the best players in the NFL is coming up as we celebrate the latest edition of the Pro Bowl. The stars of the AFC and NFC are ready to shine. Next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar, AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game between the AFC Pro Bowl team and the NFC. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
Get ready to settle in for an entertaining 4 quarters. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway from Las Vegas. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's a carry for Saquon Barkley and the Giants. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that would officially a loss of 1.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the AFC will have it 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So here comes the AFC for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
They go play fake. Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Out route to Hill, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where a play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll work this down inside the 30. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Diggs. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
So first and goal from the 9-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
The quick slant caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They wanted to throw for it. A surprise does not work on fourth and goal from the 1. And this NFC defense comes up big time with a goal line stand. So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 11 yards for number 11.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. First and 10 at the 18. Here's a give to Barkley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. We're scoreless after 1. NFC with the football here to begin the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Hurts. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Hurts. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Gets around him. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hurts. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Hurts. Flushed out right. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. A.J. Brown, 30 yards. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and throw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting it and by him going up and getting it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now here's Myers to boot it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. So now the AFC offense here coming back out for their second drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down in a position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
The AFC punt team out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 26 yards. And the AFC is an extra point away from tying this game up. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate, and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here now the NFC to take over on offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 39, Hurts. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble and 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing is Hurts. They'll drop this underneath. And the ball is knocked out, and that's picked up by the AFC. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice third down conversion at even 20 yards.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. So nothing doing there, and it's second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The NFC takes possession here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Hurts. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll look to throw again. pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. He'll lose a couple on what should be the final play of the first half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the AFC. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come?
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of...
And Andrews lost the football, and it's scooped up by the NFC. And the return will stop right around the 25. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play in this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there, prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. The tackle made by the Steelers, Mika Fitzpatrick.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to file that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, it's Pollard. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Oh, what a move. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Justin Jefferson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the NFC has taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The AFC about ready to take over on offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's going to bring this one back for an NFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I would keep having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And trouble trying the middle here. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The AFC punt team out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. A beautiful fake. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the NFC is going to have a short field as they take over 1st and 10. The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because of advantage so far.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A handoff to Barkley. Gets past one man. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Eligible receiver downfield.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Still 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, Methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The extra point now coming from Myers. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The AFC set to take over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Finding room at midfield. A big play there for the AFC. 44 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the AFC able to cut into the lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Tucker with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here now the NFC to take over on offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. On first down, Hurts. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got up with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
From the 44, Hurts. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man ram, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. A nice little juke. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. 36 yards for Saquon Barkley. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. It's NFC football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. They will run the draw with Jacobs. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. And he is going to have enough for an AFC 1st down. So how about that? They risk it on 4th down, and they're rewarded. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 17, Mahomes. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. It'll go as a gain of 4, and now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. for it, and it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for the NFC. Now Hill to return it. Field ahead as the AFC takes over, 1st and 10. Back out is the AFC offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. On 1st down, Mahomes. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And, yeah, he's going to have an AFC 1st down. No sense playing it close to the vest in a game like this. They go for it, and they're rewarded. Up the middle, it's Chubb. A gain of 3, second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 17, Mahomes. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the AFC able to get a bit closer. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it is gobbled up by the NFC. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Barkley, inside handoff. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 79 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Barkley looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On third down, it's Pollard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
You got the big lead defensively. You're willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes on target over the middle of the hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.